Hey cuties, I'm Lanikia and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Bold and the Beautiful edition. All right, let's get right into it. Today is Tuesday, September the 6th, 2022. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 7. I'm going to give it a 7. Because oh my gosh, let's just get into it. Hope and Thomas. Now, Thomas comes over and he says, I want to talk about us. Now, Hope is thinking that he is talking about us is in you and I, us being together, relationship wise. But he said, no, I meant co-parent. What you think I meant? I said, I don't know if Thomas meant it like that or what, but I don't know. But anyways, they sit down and they talk. And as I said last week, I like when these two just talk and there's no one else around but anyway, she tells him, where's Douglas? And he says, oh, I told you he needed school supplies or whatever. She said, I could have just texted like you. He said, you didn't get my text messages. And she said, I could have just emailed you to listen. He was like, I wanted to see, and I just wanted to talk to you. Are you alone? Hope was me. Why you need to know? But she told him yes, and then that's when they started talking or whatever. And they both want the same thing. He wants Douglas to stay with him. She wants him to stay with her. And she says, at this point, I'm like, so what I'm hearing is that when you took Douglas, you had no thoughts of bringing him home, because that's what I hear. I mean, I don't know what y'all are getting, but that's what I'm like. You took this little boy and you had no plans of bringing him home. Like, when you going to bring him home at this point? Hope is being really nice about this, because I would have been like, bring my son home. Like, how long did you, I said one night. It's been like a week almost. But I'm not going to hold y'all long on these two, child, because they're saying the same thing they've been saying. They're just saying it to each other and politely, which is, we both want Douglas to stay with each of us, and they're hoping that one person can see it from each other's way. But Hope just like, let's slow down, and then hopefully you will see that he needs to stay with me, Liam and Beth. Let's move on. Baby, we see Ridge and Brooke, and I said, Brooke, get a divorce. She's not even my favorite person, but at this point, I'm like, ma'am, I can't watch you beg this man anymore. So he's trying to get her to come and see it his way about Douglas living with Thomas full time. He said, like Hope sees it. And she was like, Hope doesn't see it that way. And I think Hope is not as frightened about, and she doesn't have as much anxiety about Douglas living with Thomas. But at the end of the day, she still wants Thomas to live with her. Douglas to live with her. Like, I don't know where Ridge is getting this. But anyways, he says, I need your support on this. And I'm like, but Brooke, this is your fault, because you give him your support on everything. He says he don't want you being around Deacon and all that, and you just went ahead. Okay. He says, I'm gonna be around Taylor. I don't care what y'all think about it or whatever. And you just like, okay. He said, whatever he says he wants to do, he does. So why wouldn't he think that you would support him on taking Douglas away from Hope and giving him to Thomas? Why would he not think you would support him? You support him on everything else. And so anyways, this man, Brooke is just talking about how, she's worried and, she wished she could see Thomas the way he does and everything. And this man gonna suggest, well, why don't I move over to my daddy's house? I said, you got to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. Boy, go divorce this woman so you could be where you want to be. Anyways, divorce this woman and be where you want to be, because it's not at home with her. And she said, what? You would do that? He said, yeah, if it would ease your worries. Now, don't blame it on me, you old narcissist, gaslighting me, telling me, oh, yeah, it's going to ease your worries, so I'm doing this for you. No, you're not. You're doing it for yourself. Like, if you don't get out of here with this mess, Brooke, what are you doing? This man, like, girl, what are you doing? If it would help ease your worries, I'll move on over there. I said, you got to be kidding me. I'm saying this all again because I could not believe what I was watching. I said, Rich, just go back to your daddy's house. As a matter of fact, just go ahead and go back over to Steffi's place because that's where you want to be. That you want to be around Taylor. You want access to Taylor. Like, and then Brooke says, I don't want you to leave. I want you to be here or whatever. And he was like, well, I was just, it was just a suggestion. And she said, it's a bad one. Just like when we didn't handle this together when it was Deacon and Sheila and when you kissed Taylor. Like, remind him. But girl, and she said, we need to face our marriage together. We need to take it seriously and put some respect on our marriage. I don't know why that was funny to me. I said, what? Maybe I was thinking about Birdman. But anyways, she said, we need to put some respect on our marriage and take it seriously. I said, girl, you're the only one who tried to say it. Like, if you were really taking your marriage seriously, you would tell him, so what's going on with you and Taylor or whatever? I don't want you, if you talking about moving to your daddy's to reassure me and stuff, like, boy, please. Let's move on. So then we see Steffi and Finn, and she's just like, she's so happy Sheila isn't in their life, and they're just happy to be together still and whatever. I don't really know what they were saying because I was too busy focused on Sheila. Like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Because Steffi leaves the room, and Sheila's looking at Finn, and why this girl reached for the glass door, the French door? I said, man, what are you doing? No. It's a sliding door. Why she reached for the sliding door handle? She was finna go in the house. Sheila, what is happening here? What are you doing? Baby, Sheila's finna go in there, and Deacon, then somebody came up behind her and put up their arm on her shoulder, and she got scared as heck. And it was Deacon. I said, now, Sheila. And he said, what in the world are you doing here? And she was like, I just wanted to see Finn. She said, she was like, sister, I didn't ask for a co-host. She said, how did you find me? And he said, I went back. He said, I knew something was wrong, and I went back, and you weren't there, and I know you was going to. It didn't take a rocket science to know where you was going to be. Get your butt back to the place. And she was like, I just wanted to see him. He said, go, Sheila. And she finally leaves. But now that leaves Deacon stuck out there because Stephanie's like, Deacon? And so she talking to Deacon or whatever, and he just telling her, well, I saw Finn earlier, and I just wanted to tell you, I'm sorry, I'm sorry about everything that happened to you, but I'm so glad you guys are alive and everything. And then he makes up an excuse like, well, figured y'all would be in the back because that's where I would be if I lived on the beach house or what, had a beach home or whatever. And so it was a mess. And so then Deacon and no, wait, before I go to them, Steffi and Finn talking. He was like, isn't that weird? Deacon was back there. She was like, yeah, but they let it go. But Steffi was real nice to Deacon. She just thanks him and everything. And she was real nice to him or whatever. But Finn, they're both just glad. I'm glad that Sheila is not there to, they don't have to worry about that because Steffi said she has nightmares. He says, I will always protect you. But luckily Sheila's not here anymore, so I don't have to protect you from her. And I said, you thought. So then Deacon gets back to the house with Sheila, and he's like, why? What is wrong with you? He said, your price for being alive is that you can no longer see your son. That's the price you have to pay. You can't just go willy-nilly looking at it for your son. He was like, get it through your head. What is wrong with you? He said, on the way over, I was like, is she crazy? He said, but then anybody who cut off their toe is crazy. I said, first of all, Deacon, you need to turn this girl in. I know it's been a while, and either way, people gonna be mad at you. So you might as well get up and tell, because you see this woman is clearly spiraling. Like, Sheila, my girl, but what the heck? And I said, they could turn her in, and he said, I'm about to go. Oh, he looked in the fridge and said, there's no beer. I'm about to go. And then he gonna turn around and tell Sheila stay. Like she was a dog. I said, Deacon. But he said, listen, you see what she be doing? I said, I sure do. Stay. Sheila, stay. Sit. But baby, Sheila took the cake on this episode because Sheila said, not gonna happen. Me not seeing my son, not gonna happen. Huh, I don't think so. And baby, Sheila started thinking back, not thinking back, but she started in her fantasy imagining seeing Finn child. And she's sitting there happy as can be. She has this fantasy that he's gonna come home from work or wherever he was at, and she gonna come out the bedroom, and he gonna say, "Mom," and yes, it's me. I know I'm supposed to be dead and all that, but I'm alive and I'm here. And he gonna say, "Mom, I'm so glad this is a miracle. I'm so glad you're alive." I said, "Baby, this is not gonna happen." What? 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 Sheila, this is not happening. What is wrong with you, ma'am? What is wrong with you? Cut that fantasy short. Baby, that reminded me the other day when she was sitting there and Deacon was trying to talk to her and her mind was gone. I said, this girl is gone. Deacon, turn her in, please. Turn her in because she's about to do something. But anyways, y'all, that was the bold and the beautiful today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for a new episode of What Happened on the Soaps, the Bold and the Beautiful edition. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.